Okay, really looking forward to this one. This is Tiamat. We're going to be discussing Wildhoney and a deeper kind of slumber. But before I get into that, Tiamat were a Swedish band formed in 1987 by Johan Edlund. The first album, Sumerian Cry, was one of the early Swedish death metal albums, straightforward death metal album. But it wouldn't take long for progressive, gothic, and psychedelic influences to begin worming their way into their sound. This became apparent on The Astral Sleep and Clouds. And I like these albums. The vocals I'm a little not crazy about. And overall, they don't hold a candle to the two albums I'm going to discuss today. But they're solid releases for sure. So, Wildhoney. First time I became acquainted with that album, or the band in general, was in this 1995 issue of Metal Maniacs. Saw this picture here, and I just kind of thought it was a different image. Like, I was considering these guys a death metal band. It's just, matching plain shirts, sunglasses, kind of classy. And this ad here, which said, "That which appears most beautiful is often evil in disguise." I was about 12 years old, and I said, what the heck is this? And there was also a review for this album. I was curious to see what it said, since this album has gone on to be a very big and legendary album. There they are again, with their shirts tucked in. And I'll just read the last paragraph. "Wildhoney is definitely not for everyone. Tiamat's deliberate, melancholic style and complex songs may turn off listeners looking for a fast, aggressive assault. While they don't generate a lot of raw power, Tiamat weaves a web of brooding, melancholy music that's enjoyable on its own original terms." So that was the February 1995 issue. So the album Wildhoney was released on Century Media in 1994. And a well-known fact that for many years it was the highest selling Century Media release of them all. As I mentioned, psychedelic influences were really beginning to come in, but they're here at this point. Lots of drug influences and references. Whatever That Hurts is the first real song on here. Probably the most iconic, well-known one. Not my favorite, but also the heaviest. So I think that's probably a live hit, I would imagine. Never seen them live. Hope to one day, if they're still gonna tour. One of my favorite songs on here, though, definitely Gaia and Visionaire. Both of them have incredible guitar solos, two of my favorite guitar solos. But if I had to pick just one, let's go with Visionaire. I like the instrumental interludes that are sprinkled between songs. And near the end of the album, you got A Pocket-Sized Sun. Incredible closer, epic, beautiful song. So, 10 out of 10, one of my favorite 10 albums. And that applies as well to the following one, A Deeper Kind of Slumber, which came out in 1997. Let's take a look at the CD for a second. When it first came out, I'd see it at stores in a jewel case with a different cover. It was more of a close-up of the face. No bonus tracks on this, it's just a digipack version. But that one to me is probably even better than Wildhoney. Might be an unpopular thing to say, but that's what I think. The first song, Cold Seed, is the closest thing to a rocker. But chiefly they have eliminated all harsh vocals, most metal influences, just a lush, dreamlike, epic atmosphere with rock thrown in. I've listened to this a million times, never gets old. And Whores of Babylon, that's a pretty cool electronic sounding song. Atlantis as a Lover, timeless. Mount Marilyn, epic, beautiful. But my favorite is definitely Only in My Tears It Lasts. A lot of Pink Floyd again, and the David Gilmour style guitar is just incredible. So both of these albums are perfect, and I can't recommend them highly enough. Some albums are cool, some albums are timeless. I'll listen to them till the day I die. Album following A Deeper Kind of Slumber was Skeletron. It's a great album, 8 out of 10, but not a classic. May cranked up the goth rock influences a bit. More straightforward rock album than the last two. Then they released 4 more albums, and I've heard them all. They're all interesting. They're all kind of cool, but the only one that I own is Amanthis, I think is how it's pronounced. And the most recent album came out in 2014, The Scarred People, and they haven't done anything since. And I don't know if they've officially broken up or not. Johan is the band, if you ask me. He's been the main guy throughout all these years. And I saw that he is apparently married to a Canadian girl, moved to the east coast of Canada in a small town, and told the rest of the band, go on if you want to. You have my blessing. And I haven't heard anything, and I'm surprised he did that. And I'd be surprised if they carried on without him. But as I said before, I'd love to see Tiamat live one day, and anything they put out, I have an open ear. So let's see what happens, and thank you for watching.